live.
Hi everyone, how you doing? Happy Monday. Hope you've had a lovely weekend. I is a little bit tired because it's my husband's birthday yesterday, and I don't have a hangover, but he does, and he kept me up talking till 4 o'clock this morning. I did not want to get up at 7:30 when my alarm went off. I'm a little bit, oh my god, today. I'm too old to survive on 3 hours sleep. I don't know how I used to do it. Really don't. So hopefully you're all okay. We've got Drew filming for us today because he's on a day off, so he's doing the filming. We're still really busy in the shop. We've finishing off a Chanda orders. We had a load more come through over the weekend as well. So we've got all those to do as well, which is all lovely and good, plus lots of orders on the website. So yeah, Sarah and Linda are busy cutting over there again. And I've escaped for 10 minutes to come and do this with you. So who's coming online today? Who's there, Drew?
Jean said hello, but no,
hi, Jean.
Sheila said hello as well.
Hi, Sheila.
That's it so far. Who said hello?
Lovely. Hopefully you're all coming online. So we're going to do... thank you, first of all, to everybody who voted in the virtual competition. We will be sorting all that out. And then tomorrow we've got a bit of a bumper episode for you. So Sarah and I are going to be answering some questions. We've got some demos for you. And we're going to be announcing the winners. So we've got the best in show, the People's Choice, the voters... free draw, and the entries free draw to announce as well. So yeah, it'll probably be a bit of a longer one tomorrow as well, which would be nice. Anything else I've got to tell you? Got some new stuff. Mode Rep's been in today. First thing this morning. Oh, you should see some of the new stuff. It's yummy. It's not till like September, October time for delivery, but yeah, there's some really nice new stuff coming, which would be good. I always like a rep visit. Yeah, I think that's it. Anybody else there coming online before we get started?
Claire, Linda.
Hi Claire,
Marilyn,
hi Linda, hi Marilyn.
Eileen,
hi.
Freddie, Carol,
hello.
Loads of people.
Lovely. Right, so today we're going to be having a little go at some little Easter bunnies. I thought these would be really cute to do an Easter egg hunt with. They genuinely, I mean, I did that. I came over here at 1:45. And by the time I sort of stuck a brush through my hair and set up, and I've done that, it took me 8-9 minutes to make one side of it. So you could definitely make some of these. And rather than hide like chocolates out and about, you could hide some bunnies. And then the kids could find them, and then they could exchange them for Easter eggs, or exchange them for sweeties or something. I just thought they'd be really cute. I thought you could also make bunting with them. You could string them up on a chain and make some bunting. But I'm going to show you a really quick and easy method to make a pom-pom, and we're going to go through the pattern. There was a link for it, which I will put on our Facebook page afterwards, but they're really simple to do. And really cute. Look how cute those are. I suppose you could put little faces and all on if you wanted to, but I just thought if you did them in lots of different colours, you could then like hide them in the garden rather than hiding the chocolate eggs, and they could bring you a bunny and receive a treat. Or if you want to do like an Easter egg hunt, but your kids can't have chocolate, maybe they're lactose intolerant or something, you could then they could still go and hunt for the bunnies. I just thought they were cute, so that's what we're going to do today. Any other questions or comments there before we get started?
Linda says they're so cute.
They really are, aren't they? How cute are these? They're really easy to make, so I'm going to take you through them. But I'm going to get Drew to come round behind me, so that because that seems to work better with the old crocheting and all. Oh, if you can get round.
It didn't work out.
There's so much stuff. I worked solidly mostly over the weekend, and there's stuff everywhere in here. It's a nightmare. So we are going to. So I'm going to do. I've already made one half. I'm going to take you through because both halves are exactly the same. So we're going to go through the first half, and then we're going to do a pom-pom, and I'm going to show you how to join them together. You're going to start with a magic ring. Okay, now if you don't like doing magic rings, I prefer them, but if you don't like doing magic rings, you can do a little chain of 4 and just join them and work into that. But we're going to do a magic ring. So, tail of the yarn. Are you all right there, or do you want to come right behind me? Is that okay, angle-wise? Yeah? So, tail of the yarn over my 2 fingers, like that. Okay? And then we're going to wrap again. So I've got a cross on the front. All right, so there's the tail of the yarn, like that. Leave a nice long tail. Wrap it so I've got a cross at the front. Open your fingers up, okay? Sorry, I'm just doing that wrong. Like that with cross on the front, okay? Open it up and open your fingers up and pick up that working yarn there. And then don't pull it off, just slip it off your fingers like that. And then pull down that stitch. I then like to do just one chain just to hold that in place. And there's my magic ring. Okay, so I'll do that again for you. So wrap it, make it a cross, open your fingers, insert your hook, pull up, find that working yarn there, put it through, slide it off. It's actually really so much harder to do slowly than fast. And then I do a chain to secure it, and there's my magic ring. So I'm going to be working into here. Okay, you're going to chain another one, so you've got chain 2 on the start, and then we're going to put 8 half trebles into here. So wrap, through and pick up. So I've got 3 in my hook, like you start a treble, and then pull through all 3 like that. Okay, so wrap in the space and pull up, and you can see I'm working over both yarns here, and pull through all 3. Wrap in, pull up, pull through all 3, and I'm going to put 8 in total. So that's 3. So I'm going to put another 8 into this ring. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, like that. So I've got my 8 half trebles in the ring. If you then pull the tail like that, you put it up like that, pull it nice and tight, you've got that lovely, lovely neat finish. We're then going to slip stitch. I'll get the tail out of the way. I'm then going to slip stitch into this very first stitch here. Okay, so the body of this little bunny is worked in the round. So I'm going to slip stitch into there like that, and I've got the centre of my bunny. Okay, I want to chain 2 to get my height. So 1, 2, and then hopefully Drew can get this. Can you see the little V's there of each of the stitches? That's my stitches, okay, those little V's. So I want to put, they've got 8 stitches on there at the moment. I want to put 2 half trebles into each of those, so I'm going to end up with 16. So I'm going to wrap, I'm going to go into this first stitch here, and I'm going to put 2 in there. So that's the first one in that stitch, and then we're going to put the second one in like that. Okay, and I'm increasing to keep it, that's like an increase. Sometimes it'll just say increase, and that's what they mean by putting 2 stitches into one. So into my next stitch along, and I'm going to put 2 half trebles, 1, 2, like that. So that's 4 stitches in total. 5 and 6 are going to go into this next one. So 5. Ooh, don't split the wool set. Oh, hang on, I've split the wool. Take it back out. 5 and 6, like that. 7 and 8 in the next one. 7, 8, 9 and 10, and there. I'm just going to work my way around, so I've got 16. So any questions, any comments? What have you all been up to? How is everybody? Did you have a nice weekend? Weather's beautiful here today.
Diana, could you make these in fabric scraps?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Just draw yourself out a little, a little bunny shape like that. Put them, right sides. I would pinking shear them maybe. Right, right sides together. Leave a gap. Stitch round. Stuff them and then close it up. Yeah, why not? Yeah, they'd be really cute, wouldn't they? There we go. So that's my 16 in there. So I've done 2 all the way round, and then I'm going to ignore my chain because the chain is never counted as a stitch. So I'm going to go into my first stitch there and slip stitch, which is that one there. There we go. Any other questions there? There's my round 2 done.
Yeah.
No? Okay, so I'm going to do my next round, and it's this. I want to keep it flat. So this time I'm going to put 2 stitches into that first one. So 1 and 2. 1 stitch, 1 half treble into my next one, like that. So there's my 1 half treble. 2 into the next one. So where on that's the last round we did 2 into everything. This time you're going to go 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 all the way round. Okay, so 2 into the next one. 1, 2, 1 into the next. There we go. And oh, there's the crazy dogs. We've got Scout here today. Josh is going to just take them out because it's such a nice day. He's going to take the dogs out for a really nice long walk. There we go. And there's 2 in that one. 1 in the next. And you just work your way around going 2 in one stitch, 1 in the next. 2, 1. That was a 2. That's because I lost concentration for a second. He's very tired today. It's very, very tired. Birthdays on the weekend. They need to be a Friday or Saturday, not a Sunday night when I've got to go into work the next day. And 2 into this one. Any questions or comments there? What have you all been up to, ladies? Do let me know so that I'm not... Oh, hang on, I've lost count. I've just got to count up. So anybody there? Anybody having a chat?
Karen said her sweet would make a lovely rattle with a little bell between the wadding.
20. Yes, that's a lovely idea. That's a really lovely idea. I've totally lost count. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's going to be 24 stitches on this one. So there's my 21. And then my last 2 is in there. So 1, 2, and then there's my last one there. Oh, come here. There we go. Like that. And then I'm going to slip stitch into that top one there again. So that's my 3rd row finished. Okay.
Freddie asks, can they see the finished row again?
The which row, sorry?
The finished row. Finish a row again? Can I see?
Oh, how to finish a row. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So all I've done is, so there's my last stitch there. There's my first stitch of the row. And I'm looking at that top little stitch there. Okay. And all I'm going to do is slip stitch. So I'm going to go in there, pull up the yarn, and then you pull straight through just to join it like that. Okay, so I've got one more row to do on this. So this time I'm going to go up 2 in that first stitch there. So 1, 2, but this time I'm going to put 1 stitch in the next 2 stitches. So it's 2, 1, and then 1 in the next one. Is that making sense so far, ladies? So they've got my increase stitch, so 2 in that one, and then 1 in the next, and 1 in the next. Oh, don't split your yarn though. It's because I'm holding it at a slightly odd angle. 1 in the next. Like I said, I will put the link up onto our Facebook page where I found these. That's not my pattern. I don't write crochet patterns, so it's a pattern I found on Pinterest. I will put a little link up for you so that you guys can you've got the written instructions if you want them. So nearly there. I'm going to go all the way around. 2 in that one. Nearly there with his body. You can see how quickly these are going to come together. 2 in that one. So any other questions there just while I get round this row?
Jean said, did the Doyle the dragon on Saturday?
I saw the pictures. They looked fantastic. Really, really lovely. I loved all your colour choices. There were some gorgeous ones there. Glad you enjoyed it. There we go, that one there. And then 2 in the next one, nearly there. And I can show you how to do the head. So at the minute, the body is being worked, as you can see, in rounds. So we're going round and round and round. The head is going to be done in rows. So as soon as I get there, that one there, 1, and my last one just there. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to ignore that chain and I'm going to go into the first stitch just up here to slip stitch it all together. Like that. Okay, and there's my little bunny body. Okay, so you can see that's that bit there. We're now going to work in rows just to create his head. Okay, so I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to put 2 half trebles into the next 4 stitches. So 2 into this first one here. So 1, 2, 2 into the next one. There's 1, 2, 2 into the next one, 1, 2, and then 2 into that fourth one. So I've got 8 stitches. I've done 8 half trebles, okay, like that. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay, over 4 stitches. We're then going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and turn our work, okay, like that. So instead of working in the round now, we're now working backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Chain 2, turn my work, and then I'm going to do half treble in that very first stitch here. Okay, so right at the base of the chain, I'm going to put a half treble, like that. We're then going to do a treble in the next 6 stitches. So wrap, in, pull up, wrap through 2, wrap through 2, and again in the next one. So wrap, pull up, through 2, through 2, and there's my 3rd treble, and my 4th treble, and my 5th one, and my 6th one. And then that very last stitch on the end, which at the moment, can you see, looks all little screwed up one like that. I'm going to put a half treble in that one. So any questions or comments there, Drew? Anybody having a chat? Okay, and there's
Frankie
the start of his
okay.
head.
Frankie said, okay, thanks. I will go in the one before, which is why it looks funny.
Ah, right, okay, you're going in too far over, yeah. So most amigurumi patterns, you ignore the chains. Don't ever count the chain, because you end up with too many stitches and you can get like little holy bits and all. Okay, so this time we're just going to turn the work. We're not going to chain, we're just going to turn it like that. So I'm back on the front, all right? I'm going to slip stitch in the next 3 stitches. So all I'm doing with slip stitching is just moving the yarn across to where I want it to be. So I'm going to insert my hook into this very first stitch, pull up and pull straight through, okay? And it doesn't make any height or anything, all it's doing is moving the yarn over. So in, pull up, pull through, and into the 3rd one. Pull through like that, and all I've done is move that yarn to where I need it to be. I'm then going to chain 7 for his ears. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 like that. So I've got a little chain of 7, and now we're going to work back down this chain. So hopefully you can see this. So I'm not going to work in that first chain there for my hook. I'm going to work in the 2nd chain from the hook, and I'm going to put a double crochet. So not the first one, the 2nd one. So just go straight in, pull up. So I've got 2 on my hook, wrap through 2. In my next stitch, I'm going to put a half treble. So wrap it first, in, pull up, wrap and go through all 3. That's my half treble. And in the next 3 stitches, I'm going to put a treble in each one. So wrap, in, pull up, through 2, through 2, wrap, in, pull up, through 2, through 2, and into the 3rd stitch there, wrap, in, pull up, through 2, through 2. And in that very last chain there, you want a half treble. So wrap, in, pull up, and through all 3. And you've created his little ear. Okay. You're then going to slip stitch into that same stitch that the chain is attached to. Can you see here? Hopefully you guys can see there. We're going to slip stitch into there to anchor that ear down, and then slip stitch into the next 3. So 1, 2, and in the 3rd one like that. Again, just moving that yarn over, and then we're going to do the same again. We're going to repeat that ear. So chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 in the 2nd chain from the hook. So not that first one there, into that 2nd one we're going to put a double crochet. So in, pull up and through, half treble in the next one like that, through all of them, and then I've got 3 trebles in the next 3, 1 treble in the next 3, sorry. So anybody there having a chat while I just put these ones in?
Claire says the class photo looked great.
It did, didn't it? It looked lovely. Really, really lovely. Yeah. Yeah, I think everybody had a good time, which is nice. There we go, like that. And then in my last one is a half treble. Oh, didn't wrap. There we go. So wrap, in, pull up, wrap through all three. Oh, hang on, I've got all my yarn going everywhere. And then I'm going to slip stitch back into that same, just like we did with the other one, back into that same one there, slip stitch that, and then I'm going to slip stitch in the next two, so 1 and 2 to finish him off. Okay, so that's now 1/2 of my bunny. Now with the first one, you're going to cut your yarn and finish off. With your second one, you're not. Just leave that for a second because we're then going to join them together with crochet, okay? So I'm just going to leave that for a second. But before we join them, you want to put your bunny tail on, all right? So I've got some cream wool. It could be white, whatever you've got there, little scraps, okay? Cut yourself a piece off about that big. What's that? About 10 inches, okay? Cut yourself off a nice long tail, like that. And you guys have probably seen this before with the fork method. Hopefully you might have done, but I'll go through it for anyone that hasn't. You need a fork that's got at least 3 spaces on it, okay? So you've got a middle space. Lie that piece of thread down over in the middle one, like that, okay? Just ignore it, don't let it fall out. You're then going to wrap your yarn round your fork. I think I did about 40 times. I'm just going to wrap, keep going to make you like the body of your pom-pom. Okay, just grab a little bit more off. Any other questions, comments there while I'm wrapping, Han?
Jenny says it's so cute. But...
They are, aren't they? Really sweet and really quick to make as well. You could make, 5 or 6 in an hour sort of thing. Okay, like that. Okay, so I've wrapped loads, so I've got a nice body of my pom-pom. Chop that yarn off like that. Okay. I'm going to bring that piece that you put through the middle, through the centre like that, and then hopefully Drew can get this, and then we're going to tie this off really tightly, like that, okay? Take this end back through that centre, take that end and push it through, push it through the centre there. Ooh. Hang on, I haven't left myself enough a gap, there we go. Okay, so push it through that middle tine again, like that. Yeah, got wool in my mouth now. Okay, and we're going to do that again. So tie off a really, really tight knot. Sorry, I know this is a bit difficult to see, but tie off a really tight knot. Okay, actually not that one. And then slide it off. And I would wrap that round again. So through that centre bit like that. So if you want to make little tiny pom-poms, fork works really, really well. And then really, really tie that nice and tight, as tight as you can. Like that. Okay, so you have something that looks like that. Don't chop your ends because you're going to use that for attaching. Okay, and then you're going to pop your scissors up in here, like that. And chop through them, chop through the loops. So I'm sure you guys have all made pom-poms, but this was just a nice way of doing with the, you don't need to cut any cardboard circles or use a pom-pom maker. Use a fork, okay? And then give it a good fluff out like that, and you've got a bunny tail. You can then give him a bit of a trim and a haircut if you need to, okay? Like that, just trim him down and circulate it, make it more, what's the word? Neat. Make him nice and neat, like that. Okay? Right, I've just realised I've left my darning needle over here. 2 seconds, ladies, let me grab it. There we go. Okay, any other questions there?
Makes it not with a fork.
Not seen it with a fork before. Yeah, it makes really nice little pom-poms, depending on what size fork you use. It's real quick as well. So, I'm going to grab my bunny. This is the first one I did that I finished off with. And I'm just going to sew this in. So if that's the centre bit there, I'm just going to go through the top like that, like at 12 o'clock on the clock with one of the strings, and then go through 6 o'clock the other side like that. Bring that through to the back. Grab that tail from the magic circle as well and just tie that off. Okay, there's no need to bury any ends or anything because all this is going to be inside. So I'm just going to tie that off in a nice tight knot like that. Okay, just trim that off a weeny bit so they're not all hanging out. I would bury this end, okay, so just bury that end just to get it out of my way. So just take it back through a few stitches like that. You don't have to do many because again it's all going to be stuffed. So you've now got a bunny with a pom-pom on it. I'm going to grab our second one like this, and now we're going to join them. So I want to pick that stitch back up like that, and we're going to put them wrong sides together. So just sort of line them up like that. Oh, where's that end come from? Hang on, that's the magic ring one. Get rid of that. Okay, line up those edges all the way round. Okay, and can you see, hopefully you can see that you've got like your stitches back and front, yeah? And you've got your little V's. So what we're going to do is we're going to insert the hook into the corresponding stitch the other side like that. Pull through. Oh, pull through like that. And you're going to double crochet them all together like that. So I'm going to go into my next stitch there, find that stitch there, find the corresponding one behind it. Ooh, there we go. Pull that yarn through. Come on. And double crochet. And then again here. Like that. Now, you can just double crochet all the way around, but when I was doing the other ones, I found that like where the head meets the neck, it actually is better just to slip stitch those couple together. So I'm going to go in, this is a double crochet one, this one. Ooh, come on, there we go, like that. But at that very junction point there, like the little skinny points, just slip stitch it. So rather than wrapping, just pull through, okay? And then pick up that one there, pick up the corresponding V the other side, and double crochet, and you can work your way round the circle. So anybody there having a chat, Drew? What's people commenting?
Tony's just asked what size hook do you use? So
because I didn't want the stuffing to show, this is double knit yarn, but I'm actually using a 3.5 because I crochet quite loosely. So I went down. I would probably, I think, like you can see with this one, you can see I could see it through. I'd probably go down to a 3. You know, again, rather than a 3.5. This was a slightly more forgiving yarn, the pale blue. But I'd go 3.5 to 3 to 3.5 on these so that you can't see the stuffing. All the way around like that. So I'm just picking up opposite sides. That stitch there, the corresponding one the other side, and double crocheting them together. And you can see it gives you this nice little flat finish on the edge. You see it gives it that nice little flat finish. You're going to work your way around, so I'm just going to work my way around a little bit more so I can show you when to add the stuff in. So please do talk to me, ladies. What's everybody up to? Did you all vote? Did everybody vote in the competition? There were some beautiful entries, weren't there? Sean and I and Sarah are going to have a hell of a job picking our favourites and agreeing on our favourite for the best in show because there were so many to choose from. There we go. So like that. Just sorry, I need to get round to this just so I can show you when to stuff it. Any other questions, comments there, Drew?
Jean just says it's easier than you think. I would definitely recommend having a go.
What was that with crochets? Is she answering somebody, is she?
I'm not sure.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I think she means by the pom-pom.
The pom-pom, yeah, it's cute. Oh, excuse me, itchy nose. Ah! Right, there we go. In like that. Nearly there. Nearly there. So again, I've come up to the neck, so I'm going to double crochet there, but that next neck joint there, I'm just going to slip stitch that one together. like that, and then I'm going to work up the side of the head. So double crochet. Okay, so when I get to this sort of point, I would add a little bit of stuffing into his body so that it's easier to do than when you otherwise you've got a really small gap. So just a little bit of stuffing. In fact, that was probably too much. No, it's not fat, it's all right. It's a little fat bunny at this point. Okay, and then added that stuff in, and then we can carry on. So I'm going to find the stitch this side.
She meant the Zoom class.
Ah, right, the Doyle. Lovely. Yeah, he was really cute, wasn't he? Really, really cute. And in that corner bit there, like that, all the way along. And you're just going to keep doing this all the way around, just your double crochets. Again, where the ear meets the head. I'm sorry, I know this is quite difficult for you guys to see because I've got to try and hold it, and where that ear meets the head, I would probably just slip stitch that together, just because it's a little tiny gap. There we go, like that. So just slip stitch that one together, and then you'd work up the ears. Again, just matching those stitches just like we did on the body. So corresponding stitches all the way up, all the way down, across the top, all the way up, all the way down. And then just before I get all the way down, I put a little bit more stuffing into his head. And then just finish off, okay? And then you can see, like, going round the ears, they give that nice little flat detail around the back of the ears, okay? And you've got that nice little edge all the way around his body. And he's done. He's done. So I'm not going to go up and down there now because like, it's exactly the same as going around the body. But you would just go up and down and then put a little bit more stuff in his head, and he's done. So Drew, I don't know if you want to go back a second, darling. So yeah, that's little Easter bunny crochets. I think they're really, really cute. You know, and if you've got maybe a baby or something that can't have a chocolate egg, you could make a little one because it's proper hand size, you know, nice little hand size ones. So any other questions or comments there just before we go?
Meg said you could not slip stitch his bum and use him as a cream egg holder.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a really good idea. That's about the right size, isn't it? If you maybe started like here and went round like that all the way round, then you could open it up and pop a little cream egg in there. Nice idea, Meg. I like that. Yeah. Well, not a cream egg because cream eggs are disgusting. Blech. But, you know, a Malteser egg. Yum, yum, yum. Or one of those ones that you used to get toffee in it. Oh, they were good. Like the thick caramel ones. So, yeah. So, little Easter bunnies. Real quick little one today. If you've got any questions for us for tomorrow, please, you've still got time to send them in. Send them in sort of, you know, this afternoon. If there's anything you want us to go through, anything you want us to show you, just give me time to sort it all out tomorrow. Tonight, rather, ready for tomorrow. We're both on tomorrow then for our anniversary. Can you believe it's been a whole year of me waffling on and Sarah waffling on at you? And we will, yeah, so we'll see you tomorrow. So we've got our year anniversary with lots of random little demos answering your questions. We're going to announce the winners as well of the competition. So join us. Any other questions there just before we go?
No, everyone says great demo.
Lovely. Cool.
Little bunnies, that's all.
I'll pop the link for this up for you, okay? So that you can look at the written pattern if you want to. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Join us at 1 o'clock for a bumper edition. And you've got to put up with both of us as well. And I'll see you then. Take care. Bye.